Caitlin Clark, she's a name that's been impossible to ignore. But not long ago, her critics thought they had her figured out. Some even said she was too hyped, that she wouldn't last in the physical grind of the WNBA. And one of her loudest critics, UConn's legendary coach, Geno Auriemma, he called her fan base delusional and predicted she'd struggle in the pros. Fast forward to today, and those same critics are eating their words. How did this rookie silence the doubters and force even Auriemma to rethink his stance? Stick around, because this is a story you won't believe until you see it.
The delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart.
The moment when Geno Auriemma believed he had Caitlin Clark all figured out, a player he thought wouldn't make an impact and a fan base he dismissed as disconnected from reality. But reality soon came knocking, and Auriemma found himself eating his own words live on national TV. The same Caitlin Clark he once doubted as ill-suited for the physicality of the WNBA turned her critics into believers, and Auriemma became one of the most surprising converts of all.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league, and she's a rookie.
Clark's rookie year was far from ordinary. She didn't just meet expectations, she obliterated them. From spectacular performances to rewriting WNBA history, she proved her game was more than just talk. Along the way, she forced even her harshest critic to admit he was wrong. Auriemma, known for his unshakable opinions and sharp analysis, found himself offering praise he never thought he'd give. But how did we get to this point? How did a coach with decades of dominance come to completely reverse his stance on the rookie he once said would struggle? If you think you know this story, think again, because what happened next was nothing short of headline-worthy. If you have made this far, please make sure to subscribe for more updates. Let's back to the topic.
There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name. Okay, so the kid was set up for failure right from the beginning.
Built for the physical demands of the WNBA and lacked the speed to escape aggressive defenders. He even noted that she deserved everything she got because she could take as much as she dished out, framing her outspoken nature as both a strength and a liability.
What does bother me is some of the people I deeply respect, their basketball credentials, their basketball history, their commitment to basketball and women's basketball, I think have really not covered themselves in glory with some of this commentary.
To understand Auriemma's skepticism, one has to look at Clark's college years at Iowa. Her impact was undeniable, an electrifying scorer with deep shooting range and a leadership ability that transformed the Hawkeyes into national contenders. By the time she was selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, Clark was already a household name. But to Auriemma, her college dominance didn't automatically guarantee success in the pros. He viewed the WNBA as a league where only a select few, mostly the players he coached at UConn, could thrive without a learning curve. Fans were split. Clark's loyal supporters pointed to her relentless work ethic, unmatched basketball IQ, and ability to perform under pressure in clutch moments, while critics, including Diana Taurasi, shared Auriemma's wariness about whether Clark's college stardom would translate to the WNBA's tough competition.
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're gonna see it on this side, where you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're gonna come with some grown women that've been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Yet Clark wasn't the type to crumble under scrutiny. Rather than retreat, she embraced the pressure, using it as fuel for her game. In her early press conferences, she focused on teamwork and preparation, dismissing the outside noise with calm confidence. "I'm here to show up and help my team get better," she said. Then, the season that would change everything arrived. Clark didn't just meet expectations, she surpassed them. She led the Indiana Fever with jaw-dropping numbers, averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and over 5 rebounds per game. Her scoring was thrilling, but it was her court vision and ability to elevate her teammates that silenced the critics. Along the way, she broke 62 records, making a mockery of Auriemma's prediction of a rookie slump.
You know, you never know how quickly they're going to adapt to the WNBA game coming from college. And I think that Caitlin has done surprisingly well, how quickly she's adapted to this game. There's a lot of doubters out there, as we all know, and she has proved them all wrong.
Clark's rookie season wasn't just a stat sheet to admire, it was a highlight reel of unforgettable moments. Her buzzer beaters, triple doubles, and clutch assists during tight games quickly went viral. But what set her apart wasn't just her dazzling play, it was her resilience, her poise under, and her ability to shoulder the weight of sky-high expectations without ever losing her spark. The rookie season Auriemma had predicted would expose Clark only ended up showcasing her as one of the brightest stars of her generation.
Well, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team looking to improve to 4-0 in the season as they travel to Des Moines to take on Drake. Caitlin Clark, Lisa Bluter also on hand to watch the sold-out game.
Clark's return to Iowa wasn't just a homecoming, it was a celebration of everything she had accomplished and everything still to come. The November 17th matchup between Iowa and Drake provided the perfect backdrop for an emotional tribute. As Clark walked into the arena, the air buzzed. With excitement, fans knew they were witnessing the return of a legend. Fox College Hoops aired a tribute video that featured a montage of her Iowa highlights, intertwined with heartfelt messages from former coaches, teammates, and even rivals.
Unless you have been living under a rock, you have heard about Caitlin Clark.
She's just a generational player and makes everybody around her better.
Caitlin Clark will go down as one of the best to ever play the game.
The video included testimonials from Paige Bueckers, Juju Watkins, and her former Iowa coaches Lisa Bluter and Jan Jensen. Watkins, who had spoken highly of Clark from the beginning, shared, "She's been amazing, and I'm so excited to see her continue this next chapter." The praise was constant, and it was clear that Clark had earned the respect not just for her talent, but for her character.
Great player, good person as well. She's been great, and I'm really excited for her at this next stage in her career.
Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball.
Another forever moment.
But what really stood out was the shift in how even her former critics now spoke of Clark. Auriemma's initial doubts were nowhere to be found. Instead, his tone had gone from skepticism to reluctant admiration. The man who once dismissed Clark's chances had to acknowledge her incredible accomplishments. It was an unexpected turn of events, a testament to just how transformative Clark's rookie season had been. The tribute was not only a celebration of her past, but a recognition of how she had impacted everyone around her. Paige Bueckers, a player who had shared the spotlight with Clark and been compared to her countless times, summed it up perfectly. Caitlin has brought so much new attention to the rise of women's college basketball. She carries that burden with grace and humility.
Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise in women's college basketball and the WNBA and women's sports in general. I feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulders, and she just has this heavy burden to carry, and she does it with grace and humility.
As the video played, fans erupted in applause, and social media lit up with reactions. Tweets like, "She's changed the game," and "It's time everyone admits it," and even Geno has to give her credit now were flooding timelines. Caitlin Clark's rookie year had not only silenced the doubters on the court, but it had completely shifted the narrative surrounding her, Auriemma included. As the night went on, the praise kept pouring in. It wasn't just her teammates who spoke highly of her. Even rival coaches like Kara Lawson couldn't deny Clark's impact. "You can't just look at the stats," Lawson said.
Well, she did break my assist record at Iowa, so that's, something I have to live with my entire life. But I think what Caitlin Clark did is put eyes on our game. People that would never watch women's basketball are watching women's basketball now.
The entire homecoming served as a powerful reminder of how far Clark had come and how wrong many of her critics had been. It underscored that her rookie season was about far more than statistics. It was about resilience, proving doubters wrong, and uniting people. And through it all, Clark remained humble, focused, and an inspiration to everyone around her. But how did Auriemma react to all of this? You might be surprised by how he reframed the story.
College career that Caitlin had ignited a tremendous amount of attention.
Geno Auriemma, the same coach who once confidently dismissed Caitlin Clark's chances, found himself in a position he never expected, eating his words. After months of bold criticism, Auriemma's public stance began to shift, and it didn't go unnoticed. During a segment that aired as part of Clark's tribute video, his words carried a tone of admiration that few had anticipated. Auriemma's earlier jabs suggesting Clark wasn't physically built for the WNBA and criticizing her delusional fan base were sharply contrasted by his new reflections. "She's certainly changed the landscape, no question about it," Auriemma said in an interview that left viewers stunned.
I was mesmerized by her.
Caitlin had the tongue out. She is feeling it tonight, folks.
She broke stereotypes. She played with the flair. She played with the confidence.
Caitlin Clark's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. From being written off as just hype to becoming a game-changing force in the WNBA, she's shattered expectations at every turn. Geno Auriemma, who once dismissed her, now admits she's a phenomenon that's changed the game. This rookie season wasn't just about numbers. It was about resilience, proving doubters wrong, and rewriting the narrative. So, what do you think? Has Clark truly changed the landscape of women's basketball? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.